Welcome back to Your Day. We love local, and we especially love local folks who do amazing things like go into space. BGSU linguist, professor, and Astro Access Flight 1 ambassador Sheri Wells-Jensen has done just that. She joins us this morning. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
You know, this is really, really cool. You've done some fun things. Let's talk a little bit about you. You grew up here in the area. We were talking during the commercial break. You grew up in Temperance, and you're now in Bowling Green. So a local woman doing some cool things. Tell us a little bit about Astro Access and your ambassadorship with this.
So we as a species are right on the cusp of doing marvelous things in space. So far, only about 600 people have been to space. And we have to, as a species now, literally as a species, decide who is going to represent us in space. Who is really going to go? Is it going to be just one specific group of people? Or do we need maybe all hands on deck to do this really complicated thing of going into space? So Mission Astro Access sent 12 disabled people on a zero-G parabolic flight. We didn't quite make it above the Kármán line. We were kind of in commercial airspace, but we did experience about 4 minutes of zero gravity on this flight.
What was that like?
It was the weirdest doggone thing you can ever imagine. Imagine laying on your back on the floor of the airplane, which is how you get started so that you minimize the chance that anyone will get sick. Laying on your back on the airplane, and suddenly we go up over the top. We were flying a parabola, went up over the top, and suddenly I reached around and there was air between me and the ground. And I thought to myself, how can air sneak in behind you when you're laying on the ground? And it's because there was no ground anymore. We were floating in microgravity. It was amazing.
Yeah, how cool. What made you decide that you wanted to do something like this?
It's really important that as we move as a species, as we move into space, that everyone is represented. So I've always been interested in space travel and in inclusion. So we took 12 disabled people. We had deaf folk, blind folk, and folk who use wheelchairs or amputees on this zero-G parabolic flight, which is something that's never been done before.
Wow, and you were part of that. That's really special. And you're going to be talking about this at a special presentation that's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yes, at the Wood County District Public Library in downtown Bowling Green, Ohio. We will be on Zoom, though, so you can stay safely in your own home with your toes warm and hear about why we did this thing, why we went into space and what it means, and how we're trying to open space for everyone so that the best jobs on Earth or off Earth are accessible to all people, not just the people who fit a particular physical profile.
So we can go and participate in this, as you said, via Zoom. What is the call to action here? How can we help?
Oh, I think the best way people can help is just start by coming to the presentation, and you'll learn more about Astro Access and see more cool pictures of people floating around in microgravity. And then to see what comes next, right? We will have another flight probably this year. We're kind of planning to. So amazing things are going to keep happening.
You know, and I was just going to ask, do you want to go again? How far do you want to go?
You know, it's funny, I'm part of the leadership team of Mission Astro Access, and we debriefed everyone afterward. Everybody said they would love to go again. Let's all do it. It was amazing. It was very frightening to me because I'm kind of a chicken. I don't even like roller coasters, to be totally honest. But it was the most amazing experience that I've ever had.
Yeah, it seems really good. Looking at the pictures here, it looks really cool. And as you mentioned, one second you're, one way, you're laying down on your back, and the next minute you're floating around. So how cool is that? And you could be part of the discussion here about how we can create access and inclusivity here and opening space to everyone by attending this Zoom meeting. It is Monday, January 31st. You see the details there on your screen at 7 o'clock. It is a Zoom event, so jot down that webpage so you can get more information on how to get that Zoom link. And Sheri, we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. It was a delight.
Yes, take care now.